One night, while getting a midnight snack, Garfield and Odie are abducted by a Shar-Pei and a Whippet, who take them to an abandoned mall and hold them captive. They are soon rescued by Garfield's estranged father, Vic, whom Garfield resents for abandoning him in an alley when he was a kitten. Jinx, a deranged Persian cat, and the dog's boss arrives to seek revenge on Vic for leaving her behind during a milk heist at Lactose Farms, which led to her imprisonment. She promises to forgive Vic if he, Garfield, and Odie steal a large quantity of milk from Lactose Farms as compensation. Reluctantly, they agree, while the Shar-Pei and Whippet closely monitor them. Freight hopping a train to Lactose Farms, Vic tries to bond with Garfield, but Garfield refuses to engage with him. They reach the farm, which is protected by an advanced security system. There they meet Otto, a bull, and the farm's former mascot, who was ousted after a new owner took over, separating him from his cow girlfriend. They promise to help reunite him with his girlfriend if he assists them in breaking in. As they prepare for the heist, Garfield and Vic frequently clash, forcing Odie and Otto to tie them to a tree. During a heated argument, Vic reveals what happened the night he abandoned Garfield. He was fetching food for him but took too long to return. When he finally did, he saw Garfield being cared for by John in an Italian restaurant. Realizing John would provide a better home, Vic decided to let John adopt Garfield and kept his distance. Understanding the circumstances, Garfield forgives his father. Meanwhile, Jinx, who never intended to forgive Vic, secretly informs the farm's animal control officer about the upcoming heist. The trio successfully infiltrates the farm and navigates the factory's dangerous equipment, but Marge intercepts them, capturing Garfield and Odie. Despite his son's pleas, Vic leaves them behind, steals the milk truck, and delivers it to Jinx, only to be betrayed and captured by her. She reveals her plan to have Vic sent to the pound as she was. Heartbroken, Garfield and Odie are taken to the pound, where they meet Vic's old crew. They explain that Vic was constantly checking up on Garfield from a distance, but Garfield refuses to believe them. John soon arrives to bail Garfield and Odie out. Back home, Garfield finds Vic's tally marks on a tree across the house, realizing that Vic has always loved him and only left him at the dairy to keep him safe. Trusting his father, Garfield decides to rescue him, learning that Jinx plans to throw Vic off a canyon from a high bridge by a train. With Otto's help, Garfield flies to the train using a makeshift catapult, while Odie sets up a net to catch them. After freeing his father, they head to the caboose, but are confronted by Shar-Pei and Whippet. Garfield uses a delivery from Mama's Pizzeria to fight them off, using meatballs and salads strategically. Just as they are about to reach the caboose, they are trapped by the Shar-Pei, but Garfield uses hot sauce to blow a fire. The net intended to catch them fails, bringing them back to the train, but seeing Vic's genuine love for Garfield, Shar-Pei and Whippet turn on Jinx. Enraged, Jinx pushes them off the train before she is knocked off by an overpass and falls into the canyon. Otto swings a rope to catch everyone, safely landing them on a net set up by Odie. Garfield, Vic, and Odie return to Lactose Farms with the milk truck and hand Jinx over to the animal control officer in exchange for Otto's girlfriend's release, reuniting her with Otto. The reformed Shar-Pei and Whippet begin working as guard dogs for Marge. Meanwhile, Jinx is sentenced to community service, where she is tasked with cleaning up the very farm she once terrorized. Back at John's house, Garfield reconciles with Vic, who moves in, officially becoming part of Garfield's life.